In 2021, my business exploded. I've never really considered myself to be a terribly ambitious person. And when I first started my business back in the day, the idea of even making $200,000 or $300,000 was mind blowing to me. So you can imagine how I felt in 2021 when my business crossed the seven-figure mark. And it was all because Alex Hormozi asked me one specific question that changed everything. So today I want to tell you that story. When I started asking myself this question regularly, it changed everything in my business. It brought me more leads, more clients, more money, more free time. It made me more productive. It helped me reach my ideal people and get them better results. It helped me be better, but it helped them be better too. So what was the question? It came from this book right here, which I downloaded in 2021, Alex Hormozi's $100 million offers. At the time, I did not know who he was. He did not have the giant YouTube channel that he has now. He was not a household name, but I had heard other entrepreneurs talking about this book and raving about it. Now, when I downloaded it, I had two full-time businesses. I had a real estate team helping find clients that wanted to buy or sell a house in the areas that we serviced. And I also had a coaching business helping real estate agents find clients. I got the book originally because I was trying to grow the coaching business, although I was absolutely able to use the same idea in the real estate business as well. This book was so eye-opening to me because it helped me develop a program where I could deliver the information that my students needed to know as quickly and efficiently as possible and help them overcome all of the roadblocks and things that get in the way that prevent them from having success. And as I started going to conferences and joining masterminds and meeting other people who had also read this book, the same thing kept coming up over and over again. One concept from the book that changed their business, it changed my business more than anything else. And he says so many beautiful things in this book. You've heard me say, don't make me niche slap you. That comes from this book. But more than anything else, it was this one question. Because even though I had two pretty successful businesses at this point, I was working myself to the bone. I didn't have a big staff. I was doing the majority of work by myself. I had a team of real estate agents, and I had a virtual assistant, and that was pretty much it. I had all of these big goals, and I wanted both businesses to be very successful, but I felt totally overwhelmed with the amount of work that I needed to do. And because I was trying to do everything myself, I was micromanaging it. I was afraid to delegate. I wouldn't let go of any of those tasks. I was doing everything in myself. I just felt swamped and like I was working insane hours all of the time, which was no good for anybody. So here I am making all of these YouTube videos for people that are moving to Savannah and want to buy a house, or videos for real estate agents that are trying to grow their businesses. And along comes this magical little book, and Alex Hormozi poses this one question. And here was that amazing question. How can you make an offer so enticing, so good, so amazing that someone would feel stupid if they said no? This is such a powerful and thought-provoking question if you really think about it. No matter what type of client or customer you're trying to get, it all starts when you make them an offer. For me, it's usually a free lead magnet. It's a downloadable checklist or a PDF document of some kind. Maybe it's a video training, but it's something that solves a problem they are having, and it's so valuable, they're willing to trade their contact information in order to get it. I want to get their name and their email, maybe even their phone number into my database so that I can follow up with them. You've heard me talk about this a million times, so I'm not going to belabor the point, but you've got to get people off of the platform where they follow you and into your database. When Facebook deleted my entire account, I was devastated, but it didn't destroy my business. I felt attacked. I felt violated. It was awful. If you've never heard that story, I'm going to link it up here. You can watch that later. It was awful. It was a nightmare situation. But luckily, I had spent so much time building my email list that I was able to email all 25,000 people and say, hey, guess what just happened? I'm no longer on Facebook, and here's what we're going to do instead. But so many people don't make good offers. They don't offer something that is so insanely valuable, someone would feel dumb if they turned it down. If your lead magnet is not insanely valuable, no one is going to give you their contact information in order to get it. Because let's face it, nobody wants to get on another mailing list. Nobody says, I wish I received more email every day. Nobody. Nobody wants to be bombarded with sales emails from somebody that they don't really know, that's just asking them to buy something every single time they send an email. So as entrepreneurs, we tend to overcomplicate things, don't we? We think, well, nobody wants to receive more email, therefore I'm not going to make this offer and try to get them into my database because nobody wants me to market to them. So why even ask? Why even make the offer in the first place? Perhaps it only feels like this because when you have made these offers in the past, it was not enticing enough. And so no one opted in because it was not juicy enough that they were willing to give you their contact information. Maybe it wasn't the process. Maybe it was just the offer itself. So let's believe that you have knowledge that they don't. Let's believe that you know something that they don't that would absolutely help them. It would solve their problem. And you can deliver that to them in a very helpful way. And this is 100% true. This is not hypothetical. Whether you have a service-based business or a product-based business, the thing that you offer helps people, which is why you have this business in the first place. You have to believe that they need this. Otherwise, what are you doing? Why do you even have this business? If you don't believe that what you offer is insanely valuable, then you don't have a very good business model. You have to 100% believe that the people need and want this and they are willing to pay for it. So ask yourself, how can I make this person an offer that would be so compelling they would feel stupid if they said no? What would that offer look like? And Alex has this whole concept in the book that he calls the value equation, where basically he says the dream outcome times the perceived likelihood of achieving it divided by how long it's going to take and how much time and effort it's going to take equals the value. So what we're trying to do is make the stuff on the top be as big as possible and the stuff on the bottom be as close to zero as possible. We want to make it so they're almost guaranteed to achieve success, and it's not going to take forever and it's not going to take a lot of hard work. So who is the client that you're trying to reach? What is their specific problem right now? What are they struggling with right now? You don't want to make a lead magnet that's 37 pages long that's going to take them 4 hours to get through. They don't want the perceived time delay to take forever. You want to give them a quick win, something that they can go through in maybe 15 minutes, digest the entire thing, and feel like they learned something or accomplished something or solved their problem by the time they're done going through it. One of my best performing lead magnets is something very simple. On this channel, I talk about making YouTube videos to attract your ideal clients. But one of the things that gets in people's way is the equipment and the gear. They always ask me, what's the camera? What's the microphone? What do I use for editing? What about lighting? They have all these questions about the stuff that it takes to make videos. And in actuality, that's the least important part of the entire process. It doesn't really matter. But that's what everybody wants to know about. So I made this download called the Essential Gear Checklist. In fact, you can get it right here if that sounds like you. I offer this because I know that it is a common roadblock. It will prevent people from even getting started. They start to do a little bit of research, they get overwhelmed with their options, they choose none of them, and then they go on to the next shiny object, and they completely forget about doing this in the first place. So I made this lead magnet where I said, hey, you need one camera source, one audio source, one lighting source, and one choice for an editing program. That's it. Just pick one and move on. So if that sounds like something that would be helpful for you, again, I'm going to link it right here. Go download it now because I do not want you to wait one more day to start making valuable YouTube videos that will bring you your ideal clients. I want you to get all of the clients and all of the customers and not work all of the hours in order to do so. When I was selling real estate full-time, my ideal client was someone in the military who is transferring to Savannah to be stationed at either Hunter Army Airfield or Fort Stewart. They've never been here before. They don't know anything about it. They don't know what it's like. They don't know what the vibe is like. They don't know how much it costs. They don't know really where it is. They don't know much about Savannah at all. And so my perfect lead magnet, my irresistible offer that I made to them was a relocation guide. It was my number one lead magnet speaking to one person with one problem. The person in the military relocating here and they don't know anything about it. And it's overwhelming to think about moving across the country or moving across the world to a place that you've never stepped foot in before. That relocation guide gets hundreds of downloads every single year. It has brought me more business than I can possibly tell you. These people are willing to give me their name, their email, sometimes their phone number in exchange for this downloadable lead magnet because it is so irresistible. They would feel stupid if they said no. It's because it's good. It's not full of fluff. It's not 75 pages long where 60 of them are ads. It's not 300 pictures of realtors in their jacket posing like this, saying, call me because I'm amazing. It's about 15 pages long. And there's a cover and an end page with a bio about me, and everything in between is all about what it's like to live here, the different areas of town. Where should you consider living if you want to be close to the ocean, if you want to have acreage, if you want to live in a walkable community? What is it like here? What are all the amazing things that the city has to offer someone? It took me a little bit of time to put together, but honestly, it has brought me so many clients over the 7 years since I've created it, that even if it took me 40 hours straight, which it did not, even if it did, it would still be worth it because of the amount of closed business I've gotten as a result. So how can you make them an offer that is so valuable and enticing they would feel stupid if they said no? So what does that look like? Hey, are you PCSing to Savannah, but you don't know anything about it? You don't know what it's like here. You don't know what there is to do. You don't know where it is or how much it costs. I've created the ultimate Savannah relocation guide. You can download it right now. It'll probably take you 15 minutes to go through. And I'm going to share with you everything that you need to know if Savannah is going to be your new home. No fluff, no ads, just helpful information. So click the link right now to download it and let's get you started. And that was it. That was my offer. How could somebody not say yes to that offer? It is so valuable. They would feel stupid if they said no because it's free. Now you may be thinking to yourself, it can't be that easy. Like there's got to be more to it than that. It's got to take much more work. It's got to take longer to do it. Like it can't be that simple. And that's exactly why you get into trouble, because you overcomplicate things, don't you? It is that simple. It is that easy. Do you know how I made that document? In Canva. Canva. You're probably using it every day anyway. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to take months of work. It doesn't have to take 40 hours to put together something that would be of incredible value to your one person with one specific problem. Simply ask yourself, who is that person? What are they struggling with right now? What do I know that they don't? What could I share with them that would be a huge benefit to them? What could I share with them that they would find incredibly helpful? And then go over to Canva and pick a presentation template and make it. But what if you don't know who your one person with one specific problem is? Then you need to watch this video next, because this is one of the most important things you can do for your business to start seeing immediate success. It is that important. So let's go watch that video next.